Hello, lovely lovelies. It's been crazy at work, so we're gonna get through all of this. It's gonna take me some time. Okay, I just counted these guys, and of course, I got the EMF meter. I got my little motion detector ball. So basically, movement has to be done. Okay. So, meaning it has to be physically touched for it to do that. And it's been going off earlier today, and I got it on video. So we're gonna go, and there's a lot of folks, which I'm grateful for. So I'm gonna try to get to all of you guys. Sometimes my video readings go through and through, but let's take a look. We'll start off with Sam Carey, 37 on her decades, okay? All right. Oh, and I forgot, we have the Ghost Radar. It's, I'm a technology geek. As you can see, the EMF is going off. It's been a very unusual day today. All the energies, all the frequencies, something just came in the radar. It's almost like they know we're crossing over, we're pinging on the other side. It's fun. All right, so let's take a look at decades. We're gonna go back, Sam, in hopes to bring you back to the first 10 years of your life, your first decade, carrying over to your teenage, which is your 10 and 20s, and then 20 to 30, okay? And you're 37, so we're gonna go and take a look at the first 10 years of your life. Oh God, and all the upper beings of the universe, please give us the guidance to help Sam Carey look back in time, look into the decades, to do a full circle to move forward. Okay. Oh, lots of activity. It said Sunday, so. All right. Let us see what we can see. Sam Carey. Let's go back in time. Tell us the first 10 years. First 10 years of your life. Oh my God. I love this. So, as you guys see, that this is a motion ball, and it's basically for the cats. And of course my oh look, it's going off again. It's motion, so you have to physically touch it. So this is a cat toy that paranormal investigator uses, and at the same time it rang my candle. So I don't know, Sam, if we're supposed to look into this, but all in good fun. So I'm gonna go and change the light here. Don't know what happened. Okay, so hang on a second. We need to have light. All right, I'm back. All right, so it's interesting because our little ball here, I'm gonna do this again. It won't move if I hit this, okay? So it has to be a real hit, right? Because it detected the movement of. Okay, so let's take a look here. All right. Sam, interesting. Let's take a look at the first 10 years of your life, Sam. Tell us what we need to see. Help Sam carry. Look back in time. Do a full circle. Let us see what we can't see. Tell us about the first 10 years of Sam Carey's life. Let's take a look. Take a big breath.
Light.
Let us see what we can see. Sam Carey, first 10 years of your life. First 10 years of your life, Sam Carey. What are the energies at play? Okay, let's take a look. Ace of Cups. So that's the love card, the intimacy card. Which is good, right? Which is good. Fortunate. Okay, so upside down slow. Regret, broken relationship. Okay, so it's the first 10 years. You know what they say? It's like, oh, they're just young kids. They're not going to remember, so forth, so forth. That's when we're so absorbent, right? We are like sponges in our first, 10 years of our life. We're sponges. We absorb things. And unfortunately, we have to absorb whatever it is that is around us, right? Okay, so permanency. Okay, so this is in regard to permanency, stability, in a home in your, so there was low in energy, broken relationship. This has to do with love, a loving environment, right? So upside down, it means the energy is low. Okay, and then we'll see how this goes from 10 to 20 to 30. Okay, so it looked like there was a change of scenery, feeling that through your eyes, the environment changed, the walls, your room. So I see that during the first 10 years, there was some breakup, or in your environment, in the energy surrounding you, that you moved, or the change of scenery, meaning I'm seeing that your eyes, looking through your eyes, your surroundings have changed. Okay, wish card. That's wishful thinking, not wishful thinking, but wishful wish card. Freedom. Turning point. Destiny. Okay. A lot of struggle. There was struggle. A lot of things in your environment. That was a feeling of burden, of struggle. And that's why the scenery, it's changed, because it was a struggle. There was a lot of the 10 of Wands talked about overextending struggle. There was a struggle in that first 10 years, right? Okay, Hangman. The Hangman it's upside down. The energy is low because we are looking back. The Hangman talks about it's actually a good card in regards to love and intimacy and the broken relationship. This first 10 years, the Hangman is letting go, right? It's letting go of an emotional release of some kind, of this love, this intimacy, the love that was around you at that time, and it's tough too, right? Because it felt going one step back to go two step forwards in a way, right? So it's also understanding what happened, right? So let's take a look at your teenage years. Okay, so the 10, permanency, restriction, right? So the restriction of the first 10 years of your life, after that freedom, the celebration of freedom of the situation, and your environment was not as strict, okay? So the eight of Swords talks about restriction. It talks about confusion, right? And it feels that it was very strict, right? It was strict first 10 years. So with this, after this occurred, um, uh, their freedom from the situation, right? So let's take a look how that affected you in your next decade, which is 10 to 20, their teenage years. All right, let's take a look. Sam Carey, the second decade, 10 to 20 years. Sam Carey, 10 to 20. Let's see the energies at play between your second decade, which is your 10 to 20s. Let us see what we can't see. 10 to 20s. Sam Carey. Energies. 10, 20. Let us see what we can't see. Sam Carey. 10 to 20 years. Let us see what the energies are surrounding Sam Carey at that time. All right, let's take a look. Ooh, Tower. Sudden change. Worried. Group identification, right? Belief systems. Okay, so hostility. 10 to 20s, right? 10 to the hostilities in the past. Oh dear. Family, peace, and joy. Yes, you're worried about that. Rest. Love. Day of reckoning. Struggle. You can see the first 10 years how it's going, and I don't want to say bleeding, but influencing the next decade. Okay, so they're 10 to 20. If the tower signifies a sudden change, which brought worries, which occasionally it's upside down. There's worries to a point where you can't sleep at night. Now this is a decade, 10 years, okay? So the open dishonor, okay? The open dishonor. Hidden dishonor, only 2 people know about it. Hidden dishonor, more than 2, okay? And also this card signifies taking something that's not yours, kind of, or taking too much. That's what the Five of Swords talk about. You didn't have to take all of the 5 swords because you can only hold 3, but so there's a smirk on his face. So there is an open dishonor. Also, that energy is about self-interest, right? And there's discord, a little hostile, us against them kind of mentality. Okay, so and this has to do with family, the family, peace and joy. And there was a worry. And it's all about the group identification, right? We should be a group. We should be together. We should be, right? And there is love. So the Ace of Swords, what's there the first 10 years of your life, is still carried over in your second decade, 10 to 20. And this is good. When I've done other readings, this wasn't there in the first 10 years. So this is good. There is true love, true heart in the first 10 years and has carried over to your 10 to 20. The struggle, the burden is not as much, but still there, as you can see. And I see that quiet time helped a lot with the hostility and the situation, right? The discord. And the ultimatums, right? The ultimatums onto family, are the people we love, right? And of course, you know, the judgment day, right? And again, the Ace of Cups, that's your love for yourself, or for your mom, or for your dad, so forth, love for your siblings, that kind of love, um, that we're born with, or we're part of, you know. Um, it carried over between your 10 to 20 your teenagers. I did see that there was some love. The love was still there, with the Tower in regard to your family, right? Sudden change in how love supposed to be, or how it's supposed to be, and being part of this group, your tribe, your family, your belief system. Your belief system kind of got shooken up, right? Shooken up, during this time, trying to understand what family is, you know, understand love. What kind of love is this? And it's just, you know, that the what, you know, what love was, or what is, or what it's going to be, has been shaken up. Okay, I do see that towards the end, because of the hostility that went away eventually in the past. Quiet, quiet. The Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords talks about when it's getting too chaotic. We need time and just quietness to think, taking a break, finding new perspective. And also, too, right, when your environment is hostile, it really breaks down on your health, right? So this is all about, hey, you know, rest up before you get sick and get stressed out and you get sick and so forth like that. But I do see, you develop this, I wouldn't say ultimatum, I would say, the Seven of Wands talks about, you learn I want to say, that aggression feeling, right? The defiance feeling, right? And at the end of your second decade, you are developing this new belief system in figuring out, you know, what is love, what is family, you know, you know, I really don't want hostility anymore, or funkiness, or discord, right? You already determined that, you know, between your 10 to 20. And also, too, this is important, right? Quiet time, taking a break from all that. Okay, you understand that? And putting too much on your shoulder is not good, right? Because that brings hostility, that brings discord, that brings unpeacefulness, and it's just too much. I mean, look at the guy, right? Not only he's using his full arm, his shoulder, his head, it's just, you know, too much. It's too much for anyone, right? Anyone to take on into their life, a burden, and so forth. So let's take a look at your 20 to 30s, your third decade, see how that goes. But your experiences, the first 10 years of your life, you carried it on to the second decade, 10 to 20. But, you know, at the end of your second decade, you know, you are really understanding or learning what love should be and what it can be, right? Right? Okay, let's take a look at your 20s to 30s. And I gotta keep an eye on how long I do these readings, because I do really long readings. So, we are 19 minutes. Oh boy. All right, so let's do this. I could do another one. All right, Sam Carey, third decade. Okay, I know you're 37. We're not done yet, but that's your part, right? I'm hoping that I can ping on some of this energies to you, to have your subconscious kick in, because the most powerful thing in this world is understanding yourself, understanding your full circle, understanding your recipe. And I know you're 37, you got 3 more years till you're 40. But let's take a look, and I'm hoping we trigger some subconscious effects here, And you can start downloading, right? And figuring this out. All right. 20 to 30. Sam Carey, let us see what we can see. Let us go back to her 20s to 30s. Let us see the energy surrounding that decade. 2030s. Okay, let's take a look here. Big breath, Sam, big breath. Sam Carey. Third decade reading. Let's take a look. Let's walk back. Let's see. Let's close our eyes. 20 to 30s. What are the energies in there? Where are the energies in there? What are the energies in there? All right. 20 to 30s. Working together. Work. 3, work related, mission related, goal related. Okay. Defensiveness. Personal power. Excellent. Okay. Page of Wands. Ooh, emotional. Okay. Emotional. Triumph. Ace of Swords. Very good. Honesty. Truth. Compassion. Strength. Look at that. The Hierophant. The Tower. Jeez. Are you recycling this fast, Sam? All right. As you can see, there's a lot of the cards that are coming over. This is your 20s to 30s. As I can see, you know, you're looking for your group. You're looking for their tribe. You're looking for like systems. You're looking for your belief. You have started resewing, recreating your belief system that your first 10 years into your next 10 years, your 10 to 20, your 0 to 10. And it is all about the Hierophant, studying, ancient, your belief systems, right? And the Hierophant, and also too, when I see the 3 of Pentacles, it doesn't necessarily be work, but the 3 of Pentacles is outside the circle, right? The 3 of Cups is inside the circle, 3 of Pentacles. So the 3 of Pentacles talks about a goal, like goals. The Hierophant talks about, learning, right? Learning. Finding your group. Your group that you identify, right? Taking a different approach, okay? Finding your belief system, which actually started developing in your last decade, 10 to 20. Okay? All right, so what's going on top of the 3 of Pentacles is defensiveness, right? This is the defense card, right? They're both upside down because, we're looking back, right? We're looking back at these energies. And this is about your subconscious. This is your 3rd card, subconscious. Personal power. I'm so glad I'm seeing this. Personal power, right? You are finding your belief system. You're finding what is the recipe for Sam, right? Okay. The Page of Swords is going away. The Page of Wands. The Page of Wands talks about courage, okay? Wands are creative forces. And the Page of Wands talks about being creative, being confident, taking a risk. So in your 20s and 30s, you were looking, you're being original, you're doing a new way to express yourself, because you are, right? You are reinventing, right? And again, this all comes from your previous decade, 10 to 20. This is your 30s, your 20 to 30s. And this Page of Wands talks about taking a risk, being courageous, right? This is about a claim. This is what's coming in, this is what's going away. But I see that, and this is your conscious, it's an emotional time for you, right? and the way you react to it is a lot of I'm being defensive. I've been through this, I'm being defensive. So your first thing when you become emotional, you become defensive. So this was your emotional, learning your emotion, energy and emotions, and you are finding out that certain emotions invokes defensiveness. So you're actually learning by testing and by interacting, which is wonderful, right? But I see here again, and you're learning compassion, right? Instead of this do it or die ultimatum, you're learning compassion, soft control, okay? And this is good. Actually, the Ace of Swords combined with the Knight of Cups in this work related between your 20s and 30s, the Ace of Swords is actually the right energy when emotions come, right? Mind, your swords, your heart is your cups, right? So the Ace of Swords talks about, and this is how you project yourself, your mental force. You use your mind, right? You use your mind to be objective. You use your mind to proceed with the truth, okay? Cutting through confusion, okay? In regards to this goal or work related, which is very good. And this is actually wonderful to be able to, when you know you're emotional and you become defensive, right? When working in a group, you bring in, when your heart's out of control, you're bringing your mind to resolve and be objective, thinking your way through, finding out the facts, which is great. This is where your personal power comes in. But I know I'm not supposed to look at it, but this tower again. So the tower is a sudden change. It's a needed change. It's a change that needs to happen. It's a forced change, right? It's like we all procrastinate. When you get procrastinated, it changes anyway. I'm only, I'm not supposed to look, but the tower, 20 to 30s is another change, right? So you've had two big revelations, what I call it. Revelation. And I'm just going to look through your fourth decade. And I told you I wasn't supposed to. But the tower again. So, right? You got a tower on your second decade, which is 10 to 20. And then you got another tower. Okay, so air came in. You got really, from the beginning, because you're the first reading, from the beginning of this entire reading, my EMF was going off, my motion detector light was going off, and my ghost radar. So now I'm interested in the next stage. So let's take a look. I'm going to leave enough there for you to figure it out. Because ultimately, it's free will. And ultimately, you do have the energy. You was blessed with this gift. Okay? And for a pretty young age, just your 10 to 20s, I could tell you're an old soul. All right, so let's take a look. I know, okay, your fourth decade. I know I said only 3, but I gotta take a look because these things are going off. Okay, for entertainment purposes only, okay? So we're always smiling, we're always happy. Look at this. This is insane. All right. Look at that. You got some folks on the other side hitting that ball. Look at that. Isn't that cool? All right. Sam Carey. Next chapter. 30, 40s. I know you're 37. Let us look. I need to see that tower. You're strong, Sam. You have the gifts. You're recycling faster. Look at this. Recycling faster. This motion ball again will not, you literally have to physically touch it. Okay, so right now it's going off. I don't know. So let's touch it just to make sure it's working right. Okay. It's working right, okay? All right, so here we go. Sam. Oh my God, I know this is longer. I know this is longer. I'm not going to even look how long is this reading. Okay. Sam carrying 4th decade reading, 30 to 40s. Okay. All my devices are going off. Let us see what we can't see. Please guide Sam. Please guide Sam to her next chapter, to her next decade. All right. Options or wishful thinking. Girl, the devil. Rest. Isolate. Meditate. Girl, remember, the universe does not give you stuff or things that you cannot handle. You got enormous energies. My EMF is going off. Please let Sam know how strong, old, and wonderful. Please guide her in her path to learn and to become a wisdom warrior. Okay. Lying, cheating, stealing. Okay. Sneakiness. The devil talks about physical attachment, addiction. Person, place, or thing has to be physically bounded. Person, place, or thing. That's what the devil is. It's also deep, black hole forces. Very deep, right? Very deep. And there's in an intense, heavy, dense energy. There's good, dense. There's bad, dense, heavy. Okay? You have personal power. You're going to get this done. Broken relationship, regrets. Okay? Broken relationship, wishful thinking, options. Really don't have an option when it comes to the devil, right? The devil is hidden truth, deep, dark, generational stuff, right? Sometimes we don't even know. Lack of light. We don't know that generational heaviness. Okay? Having resources, who has more power, who has the have-nots, right? Sources, power. Oh, wow, look at this. It's just, okay. The energies today's in nature is great too. The fluctuation of energies. Page of Swords. So you got a lot of mental forces. The Page of Swords. Don't forget. Okay? Going off again. Personal power. Woohoo! Okay. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Every single obstacle, sneakiness, the devil. Once you overcome this, that personal power is your gift. Gift of confidence, gift of life, gift that your root is so strong, you will laugh at storms, my dear Sam. Okay? You got some strong forces right there. Okay? It's your choice. We are what we are. We could be negative, we could be positive. It's still our choice, right? Okay, let's take a look. Oh my God, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. All right, Ace of Pentacles. All right. Get through this. You're 37. This is your destiny card. It's destined. I need to rewind this. I think that this was on your first 10 years. The path, the turning point. I feel this was born into this. We'll talk more, Sam. But you got 3 more years. You could do this, girl. Look at all these energies. This is destined. This is your path. And you never know anything. I have done Dance with the Devil, I don't know how many times. Okay, I just he avoids me. But I still like to try to play with him. But no fear, no fear. You've been through this. You know what you want. You know from the energies around you, all your points, your body energies. For the first 10 years, you figured this out from your 10, 20. Okay? I know you got another, boom, another tower. Boom, another tower. You are recycling because you're an old soul. You're recycling very, very fast. Every decade, you're reborn, you're rebirth, okay? So this is all about your personal power. You're going to overcome this devil. And anything that's your spidey sense, okay? Lying, cheating, stealing, sneaking off. We cannot survive in this world by ourselves. We have to interact to know ourselves. So, this is your challenge. Okay? And yes, it's going to be us humans going, I am God. I get to pick who lives. And no. Okay? This is about this blue person, or blue blood, like all of us, being able to say, I am the one that will feed you. I get to choose who lives and dies. I get to choose who eats or not. This is about have-nots, that all we human beings concentrate more, which is physical stuff, person, place, or thing. I have more knowledge than you. I have more power than you. I have more resources than you. No. That mentality is, if you have more, if you've taken it, right? You've taken it. Okay? If you take something, it's not really yours. Okay? So, the Ace of Pentacles. All right. The root cause, meditation. Find a quiet place. I don't care if it's 5 minutes a day. I don't care if it's in the bathroom. Walk, be near a tree, be near water. Water's good. Taking a bath, one yellow candle, quietness, or have some meditative music that inspires you, that triggers those energies. You got some. Look at this. Look. I'm loving this. Oh my God, thank you for allowing me to read for you, Sam. Look at this. You see this, Sam? I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. It's all here. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Okay? This is your destiny. You could try to avoid it and not, but guess what? You are going to, the have-nots, deal with that. The have-nots, and that's why, there's a lying, cheating, sneaking, and what's going on with this physical plane. Contemplation, rest. Allow your guides, allow the downloads to come in, okay? And the Ace of Pentacles is the 10th card. So it's your destiny card. This is the destiny card. I'm so glad I saw this on your 4th reading, because I was getting concerned you're getting the tower, and then the tower again. And I was like, okay, and just go in instinct. I'm happy that you're almost there. And let me tell you about the 10th card, this broken relationship, this whole thing. Look at this crazy ball. So the Ace of Pentacles talks about, it's the highest level, material force, right? Focusing on real results, real world, right? Look at that. I'm not even touching anything. Both of my hands are here, okay? This is wonderful. This is wonderful. I'm sorry, I just had a download. the Ace of Pentacles. At the end, you'll become achieving, understanding the mind, understanding on improving your body, being able to reach that goal, being able to enjoy that abundance, okay? And remember, common sense, getting down to earth, okay? Being realistic, grounding yourself in the real world. And finally, believing, right? Believing in good faith of others. Okay? Get out of this, who has more power, the have-nots. Get out of the have-nots. We all need to work. We need to be able to eat. We need to be able to sleep. We need to be able to drink. We need to be able to be happy, right? Keep it simple. Get it down to your five senses, right? Your five senses, your baser instincts. So the Ace of Pentacles is your 10th card. I know, another broken relationship, regrets, but ultimately, use your personal power, your guides, your energies, the downloads that are coming into you. Need to give yourself a break, a little bit more of a break. Meditate, talk to your spirit guides, and do your grounding. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles talks about abundance, security, being grounded. All right, so you are gonna finally achieve what you were the first 10 years that came in on this Wheel of Fortune. Let me know if this resonates with you, Sam. I will keep you in my thoughts because you have a very strong energy, as you can see here. Let me know if this resonates, and many blessings. The universe bless you. You are strong. Look, I love it. Okay, I'm going to keep you in mind because you move my balls. Not my balls, but you move this guy, all right? You move him. You move him. You just move him. You move him. All right, Sam.